Alright guys and girls, I'm back again trying to repair my 2012 Chevrolet Malibu LT Ecotech engine shift cable. This is the new part. It just came in today. I got it off eBay. It cost me about 50 bucks and some change. I think a little shipping and handling. Came out to be about 60 total with taxes and fees and stuff. But this is the new part. So I said it was entered today. I'm sorry, it was delivered today. So now I got to figure out how to put it on. And that's really the challenge. Saw a video online earlier that actually gives me some idea how to put it on, and I'll be working on that here soon. But just want to show you the part. This was the shift cable for 2012 Malibu. 2012 Chevy Malibu LT with the Ecotech engine. And the reason why I say Ecotech, because I found out that the Ecotech engine's designs are different from the 08s, the 09s, and the 10s. I believe the 2011 Ecotech and the 2012 Ecotech is similar, aside from just like a few cosmetic changes and maybe feature changes, but it's pretty much the same car. But this is the piece, and I will be installing it shortly, and I will give you guys an update on my progress. Talk to you soon. Okay, so I'm in my car now, and I had to find out where the end of the old cable connects to the shifter on the internally, and also externally. So I was looking at another video, and what they did is this. They basically just lift this up. Now the shifter actually have to be back. I put mine's in the end position so that it can pull back some. But the shifter have to be back like this. You pull this piece out and you turn it. It shows you where the shifter is. I'm gonna see if I can turn the light on. Okay, well it won't. My phone won't allow me to do the flashlight, but I'm gonna try to get closer. One of the shift ends is right there, if you can see it. This apparently just pops off with a screwdriver, and this is one of the ends here, and the other end of it runs underneath the center console. Down here. Guys, have to excuse me, it's hot as heck out here, and I'm doing this in 102-degree weather, and sweat's running in my eyes. But it runs underneath here. Now I'm gonna take some more video, some more pictures to show how I actually installed this and actually put it in. That way, give you guys more in-depth. Give you guys a more in-depth understanding of how the shift cable goes in these type vehicles. Because what I found out about these vehicles, as I was saying earlier, is that with the Ecotech engines, they're different. This is a 2012 Ecotech, and the shift lever is right here. But with some older model cars of this design, the shifter is somewhere back here where my hand is at. But with the 2011 and 2012 Ecotechs, and some 2010s, I think, and this is after me doing some research, the shifter is right here near the front of the engine where my hand is at, right here. This is what has to come off. This is what I'm gonna be replacing. This cable runs underneath here. So have to figure out how to get this end into that end into the engine here. And I mean, this is my first time doing this, and I'm doing this by myself. I'm no mechanic. I don't claim to be that I know everything about cars, but this particular one I decided to try to do it myself and do a video of it, because there's not a whole lot of videos on YouTube or online about the 2012 Ecotec Malibu LT. And as you can see, it's similar design Malibu with the 28s, the 08s, the 09s, the 10s, and the 12s, the 11s and 12s rather. And this is the last year that they actually made this type of Malibu. So I'm gonna work on that, and I'll update you guys here real soon. Alright, so I took off the side panel here, and you know, this is two side panels, one on the other side here. It's coming tore apart right now, so, but this is it. If you can see it here in this video, this goes on the left driver's side here. This is our cable that we need to remove right now, that we need to replace. And these are two 10mm bolts that came out of right here. Now I can see the cable where it's running under, and up there somewhere, I'm trying to tilt the camera, is the grommet where our cable has to run. So the reason why I removed this is because it makes it easier to slide the new cable underneath this piece right here, and it should line up right where this vent is here. Underneath all this foam here, you see our cable right there. That's where our new cable is going to lie at. Now what I have to do now is find the hole where the rubber grommet goes in, and we'll go from there to see if you know, so try to get this thing installed. But yeah, as you can see, I already started work on removing the cable here. Once I go ahead and find out, locate where this rubber grommet is, then I'll be installing the new cable. But right now, I'm just taking all the pieces off so that we can pull it in and install it. Be back in a bit. Okay guys, I found the rubber grommet at the end of my shift cable. It's right there. It's underneath all this dynamite that comes with the car, and I had to get to it by cutting it just a little so I can get to that piece. I don't know if you can see it from the video, but there's a piece of it kind of stuck up back in that corner there. That's where I cut it at. Now I don't recommend cutting it, because what the dynamite's for is to stop sound vibration, is sound damping. That way you don't hear a lot of noises when you're driving. And it also helps you know, with the insulation of the car. I don't necessarily recommend cutting the dynamite or cutting the mats of any car, because that's where it's in place for, and once you ruin it, you kind of ruin the quality of it. But unfortunately, I wasn't going to tear apart the dashboard just to get to this grommet piece, you know. So I went ahead and did some cutting, but this is where we're at. This is what has to be removed. And let's see, I made it, you know. I kind of got this part done. Hard part just about over. Just got to pop that out and thread the new cable, install it, and put everything back, and we'll go from there. Talk to you guys in a bit. Alright, I had to take a quick break because the heat was getting to me a little bit. I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada, where it's, if you live in Arizona or Utah, you know that you can get some crazy high temperatures here. But while I was in the car, I wanted to go ahead and do this real quick, just kind of give you a little update on this one. The same way that you release the cable from the engine or from the shifter, the actual shifter, is the same way you release it from the console of the car. These black tabs right here, you push in and they lift up and they pull up out the bracket area what's holding it. So you pull these brackets up, you lift them up, and you just kind of put it back in the car about the same way you got it out. So give a quick update, be back. Alright guys, so it's out. I had to loosen up some more things, some more stuff to get it out here. As you can see clearly where the hole's at, where the rubber grommet goes. And then I just had to eventually just do some old-fashioned tugging and pulling so I can just go ahead and get it out of this where the console was at here. But I slid it right underneath this little bracket here that I had to unloosen. Where I'm putting that right here, I had to loosen up the little vent pieces on both sides because this was still kind of tight in here. I went ahead and loosened it completely on the passenger side there. So all these screws are out. They're all 10 millimeters. So you would have to use a 10 millimeter bit to go ahead and loosen that. And before I put it back in, I have to replace all the vent pieces and stuff because I don't know if you guys can see clearly on the video here, but I had to loosen this while I'm pulling, loosen this, and also as well as the other side. So as you can see, it's kind of completely just kind of tore up in here, but that's because I had to pull the mats back on both sides. Do the shifter, pull it back again, you know. It's a lot of work, but truth be told, I believe the hard part is over. You can see where it's loosened up here on this side here. So I just got to pull it, separate it from the engine, and then thread the new one in and reattach everything. But half the battle's over. I'll be back. Quick comparison side by side. The one on the left is the new one. The one on the right is the old one. And you can see some of the differences in the new one and the old one, where the old one clearly worn. Especially this part right here where you can see where it's just completely broken. I shouldn't be able to do that. This cable is all one piece. This was my problem, to why it wouldn't go from reverse, neutral, drive, and then back to port, because this was preventing it from actually shifting the automatic shifter all the way up. You see this piece here, it's one piece all the way around. Again, I shouldn't be able to twist it in any way, type of form, any shape or form, except this piece here. And this is the bracket that goes back into the car. Push the tabs, and it goes back into the housing slot where this holds it at. The same pieces on the other end here. This one goes into, this one goes into the car. It's underneath the console. Same thing. Slide this one back on to the middle pin. Same other side, and this is how it works. So this is the last video I'm going to do for a minute, unless I need to just kind of show another step in my progress. I'm going to go ahead and reinstall it and just kind of show you what it looks like completed, and show what it looks like after you finish all your work. I'll see you in a bit. Okay guys, I'm back. Got the new piece in. I put the shifter back in park to give you guys a look of how it's supposed to look. This was my problem before, where we had this breakage. Now it's one full piece and it's assembled. I'm gonna go inside the car. And that is that rubber grommet from the old piece. Well, that's the new piece there, but from the old piece that I was telling you guys about. I pulled this through with a hanger, wire hanger. I just used the hook in to kind of grab onto the back of it and just pulled it right through this hole here where it goes at. This is the rest of the piece. This needs to be connected back to the shifter, and I need to fix all of this back in here, the vents, and put everything back. So next time you guys will hear from me, I will have all of this put back in place, the mats and everything, and we're gonna go ahead and get this bad boy a roll. Hopefully get the shifter fixed, and we back in business. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace. Alright guys, this is the final product. I put everything back in order, everything back together. Put the side panels back on so everything's butted back up. That's all the stuff I took out. If you watch this video, you know that there was a few hours ago I had all the stuff ripped up, but for the most part it's put back together. Now we're going to see if it worked. A minute ago I had a problem with it because it wouldn't, it's in park now, but it wasn't reading right. So what I did is I pulled off this piece here, pulled it up again, and I'm gonna just show you real quick if I can. Car will let me. Right underneath here is see that little white, that little white thing with the will also almost look like a gear. What you do is, how to adjust it is you move this, put my finger on it, you move this either left or right to tighten it or loosen it. And what I had to do is kind of loosen it a little bit so they can go back into park, and that's after I brought back put the cable on. So I'm assuming that this here helps with the cable strength. If you want it tighter, you want it looser, I'm assuming that's what that does. That's, I did that, and now the car goes back in the park. I'm gonna put this back together. Goes in like that. Make sure your clips line up here and push down. Now it's going back in the port, and that's the new cable. Reverse, neutral, drive. Now it won't go into M, but I'm gonna do some research on that and to find out why it's not going to M anymore or something. But when I do this, it stays in drive and goes to neutral, and I'm not pushing the button on here. It's in reverse now, and now it's back in the park. So it seems to be working fine now, I showed you guys where, excuse me, I installed a new piece. Hopefully, it'll work. You know what I'm saying? It seems like it's holding good. But I'm going to go ahead and drive it around the block. Got it turned on now. It is showing this in park. And probably going to do one more update. Let you guys know how it goes. But it comes to real test, putting it in gear. And we'll see where we go from there. I'll holler back in a minute. Okay guys, final segment. Car is running. It's hot. I did take it around the corner and it seems to be working fine. My only complaint at this point, you know, is that it seems to kind of, when I put it in park, it'll still, periodically, it won't go fully in the park. But I believe I know the reason why. And that's because on the inside of the car here, the shifter itself, I haven't figured out if I need a new shifter or if the shifter's going bad or what it is. But I'll demonstrate. Put it in reverse, it goes in port. But I have to make sure that when I put it in, the clicker's all the way in and my foot is firmly on the pedal and now just shifted up. If I don't, I'll show you what happens. If I shift it up, see, it won't go all the way in, and therefore it'll cause it to shift. I mean, it catches. I didn't do anything. It just caused it. But I think that's my problem, or one of the things I have to make sure that when I park it, just make sure that the shifter is firmly pressed. Like I got my finger on it now, and my foot is all the way down on the brake pedal. That way, when I do put it in park, it'll go, no problems. But I can't really see anything else being wrong with it, and I'm just gonna say it's done. I'm gonna pat myself on the back and say good job, Jonathan, and hopefully this helps somebody for if you ever encounter a similar problem. You know, if you ever encounter a similar problem with your vehicle, at least that way you'll know what to do to fix it. Once again, this is a 2012 Chevrolet Malibu Ecotech, and I just repaired the cable. I'm saying the shift cable on the automatic transmission, and again, I hope this video is able to help somebody in the future. Peace.